What is a ketogenic diet? The ketogenic, keto, diet is a low-carbohydrate diet. Its peculiarity is that the body uses ketones as energy. Ketones are produced in the liver. Parallel to this, there is the production of insulin and glucose in the body. Glucose is the main source of energy in the human body. And insulin is a kind of regulator of blood sugar. And it is because of the important role of glucose as energy that fat is stored. In other words, when carbohydrates are consumed, the body will use glucose as its main source of energy. And when they are scarce, the body goes into a state of what is called ketosis. Ketosis is a process that involves the body surviving on insufficient food intake. The liver will produce ketones from free fatty acids from fat reserves. Ketones are an alternative and universal source of a sick amount of energy, so the main goal of the ketogenic diet is to get the human body into a metabolic state. This is exactly what is achieved with reduced carbohydrate intake. The body begins to use ketones when the intake of fatty foods increases and the intake of carbohydrates decreases. A certain amount of ketones is beneficial to the human body. Naturally, this suggests that this diet has certain benefits: loss of weight, which is due to the use of fats as energy, reduction of blood sugar levels, effective in the treatment of diabetes, increased performance, as ketones are an excellent source of energy for the brain, control hunger, because fatty foods are more caloric, control of blood pressure, insulin resistance, improved skin condition, a noticeable improvement in mood, the appearance of a feeling of lightness. It is necessary to carefully make a list of foods to be consumed on a ketogenic diet. Keep in mind that if you limit carbohydrates more, your body will go into ketosis faster. You should continue to limit carbohydrates by eating more foods high in fats and proteins, vegetables, nuts, dairy products, fish. The consumption of carbohydrates such as wheat, bread, loaf, pasta, cereals, starch, potatoes, beans, legumes should be limited. Avocados and berries should be used with caution. When on a ketogenic diet, you should also not consume grains, wheat, corn, rice, oatmeal, barley, semolina, sugars, honey, maple syrup, agave, etc., fruits, apples, bananas, pears, mandarin, grapes, orange, figs, persimmons recommended, different kinds of meat, fish, beef, pork, lamb, poultry, greens, spinach, cabbage, dill, parsley, arugula, lettuce, dairy products with high fat content, hard cheeses, cream, butter, sour cream, cottage cheese, kefir, vegetable fats, coconut oil, olive oil, linseed oil, hemp oil, sunflower oil, corn oil, etc. One must remember that a ketogenic diet is a diet high in fat, moderate in protein, and very low in carbohydrates. The relative ratios of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates on this diet should be 25%, 70%, and 5%, respectively. Protein should be consumed in the required amount, thus supplementing the calories obtained from fats during the day. How do you start a ketogenic diet? To begin with, you should prepare your body. About a month before starting the diet, it is recommended to reduce the consumption of carbohydrates in food. It is necessary to limit the consumption of sweets and flour products. Then it is advised to have a discharge day to get rid of harmful substances, various slags and toxins, metabolic products, in the body. To do this, you need to drink a lot of water and reduce the caloric content of food, while increasing the frequency of meals. How to enter ketosis? There are several basic recommendations to help you enter ketosis. 1. First and foremost is to limit carbohydrate intake. 2. Secondly, limit protein intake, as its excess can lead to a decrease in ketosis. 3. Drink more water. Water helps to activate metabolic processes in the body and triggers excretion of toxins. 4. Avoid snacking. This will limit insulin fluctuations throughout the day and accelerate weight loss. 5. Sports. Active physical activity together with the diet will help to achieve the desired results much faster. 6. How do you know if your body is in ketosis or not? There are several signs, the combination of which indicates the beginning of the state of ketosis: frequent urination. Acetoacetate, the ketone body, is also excreted from the body with urine, which will lead to more frequent trips to the toilet in beginners. Dry mouth. Frequent urination leads to dry mouth and increased thirst, breath odor. Acetone is a ketone body that is partially excreted through breathing. It can smell pungently like overripe fruit, decreased hunger, and increased energy.